Kathy here. We're looking at our top 10 cryptocurrencies for the coming week and what the technical outlook looks like. I'm also going to walk you through some of the great trades we had in Crypto Crusher and how we caught some very nice moves in some of the coins this week. But let's take a look at the coming week first. Bitcoin hit a fresh all-time high last week. It's pulling back. It rejected that high. It did come back all the way down below 64,000 and continue to test that point as we end the week. Now, in terms of key levels for Bitcoin, we've got the 20 simple moving average and this trend line support converging right around the same levels. I would say that's about 62,500. If it holds 62,500, even if it probes below it and closes above it, that's good news. The uptrend remains intact. We may head back towards a new high. But if we break it on a closing basis, especially in a strong way, we could see Bitcoin slide all the way down to 58,000 right here. Ethereum's got in an upward sloping channel. I've got two channels drawn here, and we'll go with the more conservative one, which has support down at 44,000, which is consistent with this prior resistance level here in Ethereum. So for the time being, the uptrend channel remains intact, and so we still have a chance of hitting fresh all-time highs, even though on Friday all of the coins are pulling back. So if we hold above 44,000, which I think we should, we may see Ethereum make another push higher. However, if it starts to continue to extend its loss, especially in the front of the week, and we drop below 44,000, then the next support in Ethereum will be 42,000 and then 4,000. So those are the levels to watch. And of course, the top side is that prior all-time high. Binance looking better than Ethereum and Bitcoin. We're holding trendline support. There wasn't as much weakness as the other coins. Support is going to be at these swing lows here around 583. If we break below 583, we've got the 20 SMA at 560 and then nothing until 480. If we hold it, then the all-time high to watch is 669 in Binance. Solano is touching the 20 simple moving average. If we take a look at how it's been trading, you can see that there's still some support here. It is also, all the coins are seeing a consistent trend. It's also at trend line support. It's a little roughly drawn, but this one looks a little wobbly because we're very close to breaking it. I would say that it's pretty much around 220. If we close below 220 in a meaningful way, meaning, below 220, like 217 or so, then, there's a very good chance we're going to slip all the way down to 200. If we hold it though, then we may end up going for another leg higher to the all-time high of 260. But this one's definitely looking more vulnerable than the others. Litecoin, these are reversal patterns. We've got three very large wicks, consolidation, reversal patterns. The fact that, we're seeing Friday move lower than the prior two candles is not good news. So I think that Litecoin may end up pulling lower and head back down to 230, which is support in Litecoin. And resistance is at the prior all-time high. Looking at Cardano is in a range. It's been in a range for some time. The bottom of the range is 190. It's below the 2050 100 SMA. I think that it looks like it wants to get down to 190. And resistance is up at this high here at 237. Luna is holding the 20 SMA. It's also a trend line support. Nothing, it's more consolidated. Nothing, all that insightful to talk about here. I would just say that, we are, still in an overall uptrend. And I think, support is at near term 46, which is the former breakout point. We're not far from there. Below that, 42. Upside, right above 54. XRP also pulling back. With regards to SRP, we've got a bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. This is the head. This is the left shoulder. This is the right shoulder. And we've got a lot of support at 115, 110 in XRP. I think the uptrend remains intact. We could pull back a little bit down towards 115, which may be a value point to get into the coin, and then further move lower. DOGE breaking below the 100 SMA. We'll have to see how it closes there. Support is at this low here at 23.78, but I think it wants to move lower. I think it wants to kind of weaken compared to some of the other coins. Polkadot is below the 20 SMA. Polkadot is definitely showing some weakness here. We got 40 as support. I think 56 is resistance. I think we could see some further weakness in Polkadot. And Shibu. In terms of Shibu, we're below the 20 SMA. I think basically what this is telling us that we could see a Shiba coin. Sorry, I'm getting a little crazy. It's Friday. We can see it continue to move lower. It still looks like the downtrend's intact. This one may want to look at the shorter term charts. The 4-hour charts also quite a bit of moving average resistance. And so that's basically what we're looking at. I want to share with you some of the trades that we had in Crypto Crusher this past week. This is Bitcoin. And taking a look at this past week, we were in a long trade going into the week, and we ended up hitting our profit target before it ended up reversing. It only hit the first profit target, which is the orange dots. It didn't get the second profit target, but that's fine. That's what happens. We didn't have any signals in Ethereum, no signals in Binance. XRP did give us some trades. With XRP, it was the same story, where we had a trade a few weeks ago that we've been floating. We went long. And then we hit our profit target last week, and then 2 weeks ago, and this past week we actually ended up hitting a second profit target in Ripple. So that's really good news. We didn't have any signals in Solano. Right now we currently have a short trade in Polkadot. The short trade triggered on Thursday, and it actually hit the first profit target on the very same day when the signal came out. So that was a very nice one. And we're floating it to see how it does for the second trade. Litecoin, we did have a trade, and similar to Bitcoin, we were in the trade for a while. We hit first profit target and second profit target hit this past week. Dogecoin, fresh trade in Doge, where we have a sell trade here, and we hit the profit target same day, and we're still in it for the second lot. Cardano, we also had a trade last week where we went long, and that one was a trade that happened last week, and we hit the first profit target out at the second half of break even, because you never know when it's just a small move versus a big move. And nothing in Terra. As of Friday, we have a fresh signal in Nano, and that's a short trade, which actually looks pretty good, I think. And the red dot is where our resistance is over here, and this is where the first target is, and this is where the second target is. If you want to learn more about how Crypto Crusher works, I invite you to visit bkcryptocrusher.com.